Hey, good morning, everyone. This is my morning brief video. Like the video if you like it. Please retweet me on Gumby9662. See on Twitter, please. So, what we got going on this morning? There's a real sense that China reopening is going to relieve the pressure on the supply chains, and some of these inflationary pressures will moderate. So, that is the main thing going on here. So, there's definitely a risk on sentiment this morning, especially into tech. There's news out that Warren Buffett went and made a big investment in Taiwan Semiconductor, and so it's got this risk-on fever going on in the markets, and we know the Nasdaq has come down considerably from its highs. So that's what's going on this morning. So far this morning on my chart right here, you guys know I've been following this fib spiral. That's one of my indicators. So basically, as you can see, keep an eye on the yellow one right here and the yellow right here. Okay, I'm going to zoom out real quick. So we're just walking the fib spiral, the top side of the fib spiral, going into the PPI today. Uh, we do have a what I think is our critical support. So it wouldn't take just a hair's breadth of uh, of downside pressure here to start breaking, into breaking down uh, away from the top of this fib spiral as of right now. And it doesn't mean we're not going to go higher. It just means it wouldn't take much at all to start breaking the current trend that we are in. And what I got going on here on my chart. Okay, let me go here on say the 4 hour. Where 4 hour. So basically, this is what I believe is the current pattern we've got going on in the markets. And I know this looks like absolute disaster. I mean, all this information on one chart, it just looks completely and totally nuts. But honestly, every bit of this has value for me. So that's why I've got to keep it in here currently. Okay. So, um, so basically, excuse me. My throat was a little bit upset. I'm still fighting the cold a little bit here. So I have a theory that we are starting into uh, fib spiral zone with a new unity developing down in this area. Okay, I drew this out over the weekend. So uh, doing this type of charting has really helped me in the past. So that's what I'm looking for so far today. We are right below this line right here as we speak, and we found some resistance on the body of these candles right here. We found resistance, and we're still finding resistance right here. Okay, but honestly, if you're thinking about a wedging formation right here, in my opinion, uh, up here where the unity is, this is actually your a more significant resistance level, in my opinion. Okay, and that's going to put you up here in the 40, basically the 40-50, 40-60 zone for today's action. Yeah, 40-50, 40-60, possibly today, to get up into that trend line. So, that's the bullish case in today's trading action. And initially this morning, it's a risk on atmosphere in the markets. So be aware of that scenario. Okay, and then the downside would be your support down here. That would put us down to the basically 3906, 3900. Okay, so basically 3900 would be your supporting area. Okay, so your 50% fib, 3880, or depending on how you drew this. Uh, I based my fibs on the distance between the unity points, so that could put you as low as 3880 for your fibs. Okay, um, so definitely keep that on watch. I think that is our primary pattern, this wedging formation. Now, I could be wrong about that. If I go back in time and if I use this, these spirals are based off of this unity down here, okay? And this may prove to be resistance and rejection, okay? So definitely keep this one on watch as well. We're using ESs, so as you can see here, but we are inside Let me go down here on a smaller time frame to show you this. So basically, on that time frame, this here is your fib arc, okay, and so we're still inside of that fib arc, trying to figure out, how things. So my other fib arc seems to be tracking very well the current pattern we're seeing in this topping pattern. Okay, so that's why I think it's a more valid thesis at the point at this current point. So that's why I went and updated and changed my uh, charting. And so this is another thing I'm looking at here. Channel. So I'm looking at this wick down here, guys. Um, Actually, that's not right. The wick's down here. Yeah. 1 second here. Yeah, the wick's right here. I drew this on the other chart as well. If you go right up to that wick right there, you see how we're just walking that right there? So basically, yeah, we're really close to an indecision point here. Either we're going to rocket ship up and try to break out of this fib arc to the upside, or I think we could be setting up for a break of this trend line and early in today's session coming down, retesting Friday's lows. And so that's what my primary thesis. We're probably going to be retesting Friday's lows, okay, for a potential break even lower, and ultimately a move back down to our 3,900 area, okay. So that is my primary thesis that I'm looking at here. And to complete this pattern, that would get us all the way down here to the possibly all the way down to the 3880 area. Uh, that would actually complete this pattern. Here in the next couple of days, or even well, it could happen even today. But and remember, all of this inventory right here, this is a gap. This is a gap right here, a massive gap from CPI. Okay, and basically you'd be back testing the top of the CPI gap, just getting back down to 3880. So I don't know if that's going to happen. I really don't. But I do want to keep that in the back of your mind that potential is there. Okay, and we'll see. What's going to happen here in today's session. So but yeah, that's what I'm looking at right here to start the session here. It looks to me like right here, right now, global markets seem to be in a risk on mode, and we'll see how long that lasts. Okay, and if we go over here real quick here to my pre-markets, so Tesla on our pre-market volumes. So we have action in the semiconductors this morning, probably with that news about uh, and we do have NVIDIA reporting this week as well. So they are short squeezing the short squeezing the semis this morning. Alibaba's up 10% this morning. I don't know if the earnings are out yet or not, but they are. I know the earnings are reporting this week, but they are up 10% this morning. PDD. So it's pretty much all these China internet names are all rallying big time this morning. Taiwan Semiconductors up almost 10% this morning. That's the one Buffett bought a bunch of shares in. Um, KWeb 7% up. That is your Chinese internet ETF. That's a big move, almost 7% on the Chinese internet ETF this morning. So yeah, look at that gap up here going on these China names. They can't get into these China names fast enough. We knew this was going to happen, and it just took that big meeting they had yesterday, yeah, to finally get these things rolling a little bit in today's session. So keep an eye on this stuff. It does look like a risk on sentiment in tech. So that makes it even that much more difficult to short the technology space. So because so be aware of that with what's going on in China internet. That tech is probably going to maintain a bid here. So I definitely want to keep that in the back of your minds, guys. And then Tesla's top of my list here. It can easily, it's still stuck here. Let's get above the 196 area. before it can start taking off. It's just still stuck in. Yeah, but basically the story this morning is all the Chinese internet names, in my opinion. That's really they're really coming to life here. Um, Even Neo's up really good here, and I know somebody in the room had Neo yesterday, and look at that, up 6% today. Hopefully they kept it overnight. But at any rate, that's what I got. All I got to say here, guys. And Netflix had a really good day. They had a really good trades in the room. Wow, they really took it on the chin. 310, and they took it back down. Huh. Okay, okay, that sounds all right. Okay, so that's all I got to say here, guys. So I will see you in the trading group. Right here, right now. They're pretty much erasing all of yesterday's losses, and we're opening really close to the Friday's close. And like I said, uh, the ESs here are opening, seem to be opening, uh, right here at critical support. At 4:26 in the morning. Uh, it looks to me like we're going to be opening right here in the critical support going into the PPI numbers today. So be quite mindful. My gut says that will be breaking trend and we'll have an initial reaction to the downside. But I could be wrong. So we'll see what happens here. Okay.